Welcome everyone, Simon here from the Wells of Wall Street. Hope you're doing fantastically well. Got a few videos to get through tonight. One of them being today's focus on this video, BPro. Bet Protocol it used to be called, but BPro now, the BPro network actually. So guys, this one is quite, it's one that people complain about a lot, argue a lot about. And disappointed about. Well, for me, it's one I'm long-term holding for this one for sure. I believe fully in the process of Web 3.0 development, and I certainly believe in the tokenomics aspect of BPro. I mean, go and check out our sort of top 5 reasons and our intro video to BPro. I'll leave those at the end of this video. I won't go into massive detail, but for me, all I see is a load of people with negativity towards this project. Funny people in the comments like saying, yeah, this is all great, guys, with your articles, but what are you going to do about the price? And it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What are they going to do about the price? Like, they don't sit there worrying about the price. They worry about their development program and actually obtaining business there and helping other protocols and other systems develop Web 3.0 solutions, decentralized solutions in the forms of coding and things like that. I mean, the academy projects and everything that BPro do are fantastic. There's loads to come in terms of esports and things like that as well. And I think just people from a developer's perspective of being able to obtain BPro for all the work that they do. I mean, if you're an upcoming coder or someone that's just heavily involved in governance or trying to improve systems, utilizing through the mechanism of BPro, whether it be directly for BPro or BPro helping other projects that maybe have lack of resource in setting up, I think it's got a massive future. And I think we're very early in this kind of project, so it's understandable why the price is arguably poor, if you want to call it that. I mean, I still think in the right volume aspect, as long as you get the gains ratios is neither here nor there. And we've seen some good movements with BPro over this last year or so. I mean, look back here. I think back 2020. I can't remember when I started getting BPro actually, but it was just so stupidly low, and I just bought a chunk of it, put a load in KuCoin staking. But yeah, I mean, if you go back to January, for example, 2021, i.e. last year, 0.001. Now it's not it's not moved mountains as such right now. We're back to a similar position, but actually, if you would consider it as a cycle, if you like, if you look at these low points here, and I know this is like clutching at straws here. I'm trying to do my best to give positivity to this project in terms of the price for everyone. But you're looking back here at these low points, let's see January. Let's just say, what day is it today? 13th. So as a recording, 13th of January, a high of 0.0008. We've progressed. We have progressed. Whether you like it or not, we've progressed. Low points here in July, 0.002. So it's 0.2 and then now flowing around 0.4. So what's interesting is, of course, like the impact of introduction of BPro, everyone getting excited. I remember this area very well. And indeed, we hit some really interesting price points. And I know it sounds stupid, but getting to the highs of like 4 cents was pretty massive for BPro for something that only a few months back was arguably not even I don't even know if it was 1/10 of a cent. It wasn't. So that was really big. And I took advantage of some of that. And like I said, most of it was in staking. So I got a good return on that already from KuCoin. And I've just held it. And I'm not even joking, I bought like really small amounts. I'm not going to lie. I bought really small amounts every month just to top them up. Because I think it could be a good project in the future. It's not going anywhere. A lot of people use its development program. And like I said, I think it's got great ammunition as Web 3.0 develops and the rest of cryptography and everything develops as well. BPro is going to have in my opinion, a relatively strong area there for people to utilize as a solution, whether they go to them for the answers or whether they provide the answers to them. But from a performance perspective, I totally understand why everyone's frustrated and annoyed. All I will say is the last few days have been giving me a bit more confidence in BPro and a bit of an upswing. Hopefully, we've had this big tail down since October, pretty standard across most markets, about a 3-month position. I mean, just put that into perspective. You're talking about these sort of top points here around 4th or 5th November. To lows where we've been hitting right now, very much around that 70 to 75% mark, which is pretty standard move really across the market anyway. But looking at these performance indicators on the right, it's not nice viewing. On the year we're still up arguably 500%. So like I said, we clutched at straws on that one. But I think that what's nice to see finally is this 1 month's coming down a bit. The 6 months is still looking a bit too much in the negative for my liking, but the 6 months is holding it up. So I think as the weeks go by, these will get a bit better, I believe anyway, because we have been to be fair trying to test these support areas around where we're currently sitting, just above this 0.004 mark. And it sounds really stupid to talk about prices this low, but it does make a difference one day, I'm sure of it. So we're testing these areas where we had a lot of traction, resistance, and trying to get support at regions back in June, July last year, which we're now attacking again. And what I quite like, as I said just a minute ago, is the position of its move up just now. It's not to say that it's definitely going back up again and going to find these higher levels again of 0.5% or whatever. But what I quite liked on the indicators, which is why I do continue to buy it even in these moments of it being low. I like things when they're boring, as long as the research is there, which I feel I have done personally. I will still do it. I won't put risky money in it. That's the strategy aspect of when you're investing, is like, okay, see its price position, you see what it does in the world of crypto, what is its purpose, and I see the future of it. So I'm happy to keep accumulating. But what I liked about this in the last few days is this small wave on the histogram. Okay, so one, it's a small wave, which suggests that less volume is coming out, albeit who knows what the actual kind of volumes are. I mean, there's still a lot of money going in and out of BPro, to be honest. I mean, even today, it's talking about 100 million volume there. So it's a small wave in terms of the spectrum, but also in terms of the totals each day. So we had this nice influx here. We've obviously had a big sell-off here, which is probably where predominantly most people have done that. But there's been buy-up opportunities, of course, which hopefully many of you out there, like myself, have taken advantage of. And it's brought the RSIs up. But now we're floating back down slightly. But with this pattern switching over, if you look closely at this MACD down here, it looks like the bullish momentum may start coming in. It may fluctuate a bit. Like we're trying to standardize ourselves at this like 0.004 cent mark, and that's fine. We just need to get support there and pull it up more and more. I mean, to get to 0.5%, crazy. To get a 0.5% would be fantastic to see. So right now on the RSI, I mean, obviously a couple of days ago, absolutely brilliant place to be purchasing. Would I be buying it now? Yeah, of course. I mean, price point wise, great to accumulate. There's not financial advice, this is what I'm doing. Like I said, not massive numbers. I wouldn't say it's like a risky project. I just need to see more development in the roadmap and things like that. I mean, you got to take it for what it is, right? Okay, so for me right now, this RSI on both the 14-day and the 28-day are respectable for me to think this is a relatively low point without having any too much more risk of it coming down a lot lower. Okay, you have to take something significant to completely obliterate it, i.e. pretty much fall apart. But we know developers are using it. We can see all the scanners and everything as well, and all the great grant programs that they do to encourage it. But on the 3 months here, the 90 days, 45, and I think this is a fantastic area. I would like to have seen it maybe come to around 43, but it's quite rare to be coming down to those lower levels. That's taken some time. As I mentioned back here, it was a bit higher around that 50 mark, which is what you want to be seeing for stability purposes, arguably, in these charts. But we haven't really, for BPro, done anything for a few months now. So that's kind of in my head as well, is like, it feels boring, it feels negative, arguably, like I said, believing in the research, the development, future. Of course, crypto projects can fall apart, but I think there's real substantial aspects of it. And like I said, go and check out our intro videos from a while back, why we think that. Make your own decisions, obviously. But I'm just doing this for the BPro holders that have been demanding for a few days now a BPro update video, and that's what I'm here for. So I still believe in it. And yeah, these RSI points are really intriguing to me. So I will still be buying. I don't really have like buy order boxes as such because I'm not really fussed about the fluctuation of these low points. I don't have enough in there to worry about that. It's just more about how many can I get at these silly prices that hopefully one day this thing could get to maybe 10 cents, 20 cents, start taking some proper profits. And then who knows what happens after that. I think we did a video a while back saying that in the bull run aspect, we may get to 21 cents or so. Do I stick by that? Partially. I would like to see, as I said, that they don't really focus much on roadmaps because like the project that they are, they're not really for us retail investors. They're there for the developers, the creating of, space and the progression of projects. So 20 cents at this stage looks very far-fetched, but in terms of the growth pattern, actually it's not too unrealistic in terms of percentage opportunity. I mean, I'm just going to squeeze this up just to make it a bit easier for me to do that. But if we just took this point here up to that 20 cent mark, near enough 1,000 times from the mark we are right now to our aspect of the previous all-time high, 20 cents may be a bit too far-fetched, I have to say, in this year. We'll have to see. But that's why we like doing the analysis, because we always have to adjust things every now and then. But, based on the historic information back then, don't think many people anticipated it to drop so much and for so long. But that's where we are, guys. But I'd be extremely happy to see a return definitely towards that 5 cents, but certainly at least a 10 or 12 cent would be absolutely brilliant to see in the bull run this year. Let us know what you think about that in the comments below. Have you reassessed your stance on Bepro and what you think the price might be in this hopeful bull run, which we're still waiting for, which was supposed to come end of last year according to everyone, but here we are waiting. We're waiting in 2022 to see what Bepro does and the rest of the market does. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed that. For those Bepro holders out there, for new ones, like I said, go and check out the intro videos if it's something that interests you. But we got loads of videos to get through, guys, loads and loads of videos. So thanks very much for watching this one, and we will see you and Bepro in the next video. Take care, guys, and bye bye.